Be ready by 2. We taking a whole trip together. This is Zola. So what are we covering today, Lindsay?
Today we're covering Zola, a 2020 A24 movie written by Janicza Bravo and Jeremy O'Harris. The story is by Zola herself, and it's directed by Janicza Bravo, based off of the 148-part 2015 Twitter thread. So Dave Franco is one of the producers,
Yeah,
which is crazy. It's so random.
I'd be checking the credits while they're driving across the bridge and the end music is playing. It says produced by, and it lists like a couple people, and then it said Dave Franco, and I was like, Dave?
Wow. It's so random.
I love him. I love him. You really need to see Together, by the way. I think you'll love it.
Yeah, I really need to see it.
It's got some Jennifer's Body into it. In it. There we go. And who does this movie star?
So this movie stars Taylor Page as Zola, Riley Keough as Stefani, Coleman Domingo as X or Abagunde, and Nicholas Braun as Derrek.
Fucking Derrek. Oh my god.
Derrek.
We have thoughts on Derrek.
All of these characters are so interesting. They're so complex.
Yeah. They just feel like people you know, right? Especially if you come from like a small town or kind of like a trashier city. You're like, oh,
kind of just like really flawed people.
Deeply so. And unfortunately, always at the expense of a young Black woman. We love to see it.
So why did we pick this movie?
So I think we had talked about this one early on into our friendship, as like an A24 movie that we were both fans of. And I think it came up when we were talking about Ingrid Goes West, maybe? The whole like social media storyline. And
yeah, I can't remember exactly when we first started talking about this movie.
Yeah, I want to say it was sometime a year or two ago.
Yeah.
When we were covering we were not covering anything at the time. We were just seeing movies together.
Foreshadowing.
Not the subtle foreshadowing. When we were covering Bottoms, yeah,
in the Alamo parking lot, we were covering Bottoms.
Our audience of one and whatever bee or wasp was around us at the time.
And that, what's the car from the Back to the Future?
Oh my god, that's right, and the DeLorean, yes.
Yeah, the DeLorean. That was our
guy.
audience.
That fucking guy. I wonder how he is. He's probably still out there. I haven't seen him lately though. But yeah, we talked about this a while back, I remember, and I think it just kept coming up as like a new movie or new-ish movie that we were both like, yeah, we should talk about this one. So
yeah, I think I remember us just randomly mentioning it to each other and be like, oh, you know how good of a movie that is too? Like, yeah,
right.
Such a good movie.
I feel like this is one of the kind of hidden gems of A24.
Yeah.
It came out, I think, right in the middle of the pandemic, so no one really saw it. I don't even know if it had a big theatrical release, and when we were doing research for this movie, that's why all of the interviews pretty much are like on Zoom or a person in a room by themselves because of COVID. So I think this was an unfortunate victim of COVID.
Would you say that's meta?
What the
I'm trying to figure out how to actually use meta, right? I guess this movie and then all of the interviews being on Zoom.
Yeah, I think so, in a way.
I guess like the social media aspect of it.
Yes, how the whole marketing of the movie takes place over social media apps. Wow. Yes, it is meta. You used it correctly. Haha.
Cool.
And also, this is our first movie that we're covering that's directed by a Black woman, which is sick. I love to see it. This movie made me an immediate fan, pretty much, of Janicza Bravo. I don't think she's done anything Since I should have looked that up. Pause. I need to look that up. Okay, she's made like one. Damn. Why do they always fucking do this? She's made like one movie since this came out.
Dang.
That's so depressing. I feel like this happens a lot with black women directors where Hollywood will prop them up for like a quick second and be like, "Oh yeah, we recognize that you're talented and we want to give you a shot, an opportunity." They give them the opportunity, whether they do well or not. They're like, "Well, we gave you one," and then that's it. Like like the woman that directed the Marvel movie, the Marvels. They before the movie even came out, they were already, like, pulling the plug on her and being like, "Yeah, this was your one and done," and she, like, hasn't worked since. They do it to, like, Ava DuVernay. It's just I feel like black women directors don't work a lot in modern Hollywood. I think out of the popular movies at the box office, I read some stat that just pissed me off. It was like, oh, 2% of these are directed by black women, like, something just offensive. It's, like, not even the number is so small, it might as well not exist kinda thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to cover a black woman director who is fucking excellent, who should be working more because this movie is visually just incredible. She knocked this out of the park, and she wrote it too.
Yeah, this movie is fantastic. Like, the first line of the movie, it's full of suspense. So true. Couldn't
Right?
have said it better myself.
Yep, and that's word for word from the Twitter thread. I just love the way she took that Twitter thread and, like, expanded upon it and made it
Yeah.
so interesting and so funny and added such rich visuals to a story that is, like, all taking place on your phone.
Yeah,
Or
it's
or
truly magical.
yeah, she brought so much to this work, and I just think it's kind of a bummer she hasn't really made anything since.
I know it's a bummer about especially with it being released in COVID.
I know, right? So she didn't even get, like, her big red carpet kind of,
Did
ugh.
this movie even, like, what was the profit?
Oh, I great question, let's look that up. If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess this movie made, 10,000,000?
It only made 5,000,000.
Oh my god. That's crazy. So, basically, everybody who's seen this movie has seen it on streaming
Yeah.
because movie
So
theaters
it
weren't really open at the time.
I guess it had it's not, like, a clear answer. So Zola had a budget of 5,000,000 and a box office of 5.2 million.
Oof. Okay, that's crazy low.
That's ugh. Man, not enough people have seen this movie.
Not Listen, y'all need to see this movie. If you're listening to
You
this
need to watch this
episode
movie.
and you haven't seen it, we never do this. We're putting it at the top. This movie is free on Tubi right
This
now.
movie is fantastic. It
Go
is
watch it.
so good.
Stop this episode. Go watch the goddamn movie.
Yeah, don't even listen to the podcast.
You're
Just
not
go watch
allowed.
this movie.
And then come back and listen to us, of course. But yeah, it's free on Tubi right now. It's
Like
spectacular.
this movie, the story behind it is truly incredible, like the creation of it. But
Yeah,
then the movie itself is just like sitting down, watching a movie. This is gonna be one to remember.
it is very memorable. Speaking of which, do you want to summarize the plot for us? What happens in this movie?
Zola, a waitress from Detroit, meets Stefani, a customer that recognizes her from dancing. Very quickly and last minute, Stefani plans a trip to Florida for them to dance and have a good time. The trip turns south almost immediately, and Zola is put through a weekend of danger and uses her wits to become her own hero.
Perfect summary. That's exactly what this is. This is one of my favorite genres of movie. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but like the quote unquote like one crazy night or like one crazy weekend types of movies. I eat them up every time, girl. This is very much in my bag. It's a little bit of action, it's a little bit of crime, it's funny, it's also stressful as hell. Um, it's only like an hour and 45 minutes. It's great costumes.
This is hilarious, but a really good recommendation is The Hangover.
No,
Like, that just hit me.
no, it totally is.
This
That's
is
so valid. It's like
this is
a
a
more depressing version of The Hangover.
yeah.
Lindsay, that is so funny, but so true. So, what's the overall theme of this movie?
I said double crossing and manipulation.
Yeah, classic. This is a classic. Like, oh, I met you. We're besties immediately. We're gonna be friends, and then you end up in some bullshit.
Yeah. Truly terrifying.
Yeah,
This movie is so good, but really scary.
yeah. Once you well, if you're familiar with the Twitter thread, like you know she's gonna be okay, but it's still like, damn, she was only 18 when that happened. She must have been so stressed out, and I think the way she was able to remember all these little details and really, like, sell the story, like, make us feel like we were there just from reading a Twitter thread, it's really admirable, especially given that she was a teenage girl in this crazy situation where she's basically got sex trafficked by a white girl, uh, against her will. They put her through hell in this movie. Um, and speaking of said white girl, the first, like, thing I thought of with the theme was one of my favorite TikTok sounds of all time, and something that is such a constant in a Black woman's life in this world, and it's this concept of, like, culture vulturing and how everyone just steals from us and then makes us seem like we're the thieves, you know? And especially when it comes to our style, our slang, our just everything about us becomes commodified and sold to white people as like entertainment. So actually another comp in a completely different way, but another I think good comp is Sinners. Like
Yeah.
the way
Yeah,
that,
that's
like,
good.
white people just show up to, like, take shit from you and then make it their own and usually make it worse. So, just the concept of, like, being a Black woman who literally gets stolen and stolen from, and the way that Stephanie is, like, pulling that, like, terrible, embarrassing, like, fake ghetto accent that she does, oh, she sounds like, Woah Vicky.
Yes, literally. She is literally Woah Vicky.
She
Woah
sounds like
Vicky, the what's the Catch Me Outside girl.
Bad Baby.
Yep.
She
Yeah, this
sounds
is
exactly like that. Just like a caricature of Black women. It's
yeah.
so gross, but it immediately puts you into this world. As soon as Stephanie comes on the screen and you see her with the braids and the baby hairs and the nails and the way she's talking to Zola, you're like, "Oh, I already know this bitch is about to be on some bullshit." It just sets up her character so perfectly. Excuse you,
Sounds like a little tweet.
Max.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Max, I'm working. Oh my baby. Anyway, so long story short, the first thing that came through my head when I started watching this movie for the second time was this TikTok sound.
When you're Black, you're never really lonely because there will always be a white person all up in your business.
And if that doesn't sum up this goddamn movie.
Yeah. When you put that in the notes, I was like, "Oh, I guess did someone say that in the movie?" 'Cause
No, baby, that's a TikTok sound.
I was like, "I don't remember that line in the movie, but I mean, it goes with it."
Right? Doesn't it fit in so well?
Yeah.
But yeah, Zola, she just is so othered throughout this experience and just within this world. Um, and I thought the way I think it being directed and written by Black people really, really, really made the difference for me, and you could feel the the sense of humor and the realness of it, the authenticity of Zola writing this screenplay herself, with the help of Janicza and Jeremy actually turning it into something cinematic. The fact that she is a Black woman, a young Black woman who got to tell her own story, um, really made the difference, I think.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It really put this movie over the top for me. And another, theme I thought of this time, I mean, this is classic, but it's hubris. It's just flying too close to the sun. It's thinking you're invincible, thinking that, there's nothing can hurt you, and that if someone does get hurt, it's not gonna be you, and you just not having any care for the people that you're roping into extremely dangerous situations. Um Yeah, and just being young and, like, reckless. This is these people are fucking wild in this movie, and, like, as someone who's much more settled down than I used to be in my late 30s and very, like, risk averse, just seeing all this shit they do, I'm like, "Oh my god, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't talk to that person." Like, every moment throughout this movie, you're screaming at the TV like, "No!"
Yeah, and considering everything that happened, she held herself so well.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. I don't know if I would make it out of this, honestly. I talk too much shit. I don't know how to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I think watching it, it was like us as the audience, we know that she's terrified for her life, but she was doing so well at just acting like she was there.
Yeah, composure, I think is the word we're looking for. Just keeping your composure, keeping your
Yeah,
cool under
yeah.
immense stress and pressure. And just like such an absurd situation. Like we're going to link it in the show notes, but the actual Twitter thread is it's absurd. Like it's such a joke. You're like this can't be fucking real. Um but it is. So like we said, this was I think a late pandemic watch for the both of us, right? I watched this when it's in its original run on oh, it doesn't even exist anymore, but the Showtime streaming app
Oh,
um
wow.
which is now I think just Paramount Plus, but I saw it pretty quickly after it came out. I think in 2021, so maybe like a year after. When did you see this movie for the first time?
I saw it a little later than that. I when I was first getting to when I was first realizing how much I loved A24 films, I would just
Oh.
constantly get in a cycle of watching as many as I could, and this was one of them.
So you had an A24 bro moment?
Yeah. I think it had to have been maybe only like 2, 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you saw it a little bit more recently than I had.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, we've actually seen a lot of A24 movies together. Priscilla, The Iron Claw, if I look through our Letterboxd, which plug, if you're on Letterboxd and don't follow us, please follow us at Post Film Clarity. Thank you. Um,
Yeah, I can't we've seen a lot of A24 together.
We've seen a
It's a
lot of
favorite.
A24. It's one of our favorites, one of our favorite studios, and I think we just covered Priscilla, which is also A24.
I just love looking at all of A24's movies. Oh, that's right, Moonlight too.
Yep.
I can't
Y
wait for you to see that movie.
I know. We're definitely gonna do it. I just haven't been in the mood because it's such a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't wanna keep pressuring you to watch it, 'cause it's a tough watch.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it though. Why can't I find
Lady Bird is A24.
Oh, Lady Bird is not Little Women. Okay. I had them mixed up. You're right. Okay. No. Anyway, Point is, we've seen a lot of them together. So I don't know if you were on Twitter at this time because of the age gap. You were probably a little too young for this.
I literally have never been on Twitter.
Oh!
Like, not, like, ever. I've had it a few times, but never.
Wow. Oh my god. I deleted my Twitter when Elon took it over. Um, RIP Twitter, but back when this was originally happening, I was on Twitter. I saw this happen.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Like,
saw
in
this
real
happen.
time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Girl, I was there. Um,
Wow.
I was there. I remember because at first everyone kept saying like, "Oh, this fake ass story." Like it was going around Black Twitter for like a couple days, and people just kept saying like, "This can't be real. This is fake. This is fake." And then they tracked down like the real Zola, and she was like, "No, this really happened." She had picture. I mean, if you go back to the thread, you can see there's
Yeah, the
pictures.
pictures are crazy.
Also, how good of a job did they do with casting? Because
Yeah, so good. We have to talk about Riley later, but
oh my
gosh.
I thought the casting in this movie was phenomenal. Because you have the pictures and that specific, very specific time frame. What was this? 2014, 2015.
20, yeah.
It's just Janicza nailed it, and you feel like you're there with them in 2015. But I read this on Twitter back in the day, thought it was one of the funniest things I'd ever read, and then, kind of forgot about it for a little while. It went mega viral, um, and we all had our, like, fun with it for a while, and then just kinda, like, I don't know, didn't really think about it anymore, and then I think, like, 3 or 4 years later, it was announced that this was gonna become a movie, and again, everybody was like, "This is gonna be so fucking stupid. How do you make a movie out of a damn Twitter post?" This is how.
Yeah.
This is how.
Speaks for itself.
The work speaks for itself 'cause, it struck that tone so well from the original post, while also
Yeah. I when I was reading the original post, it was like I could play the movie in my mind as I read each thread. It's incredible.
That's
It's
perfect.
like magic.
I was really hoping you had that experience because I sent you the original thread because I was like, I don't know if she's seen it or not. And I thought maybe just because you would have been, I don't know, like 13 or something when this was happening.
I would have been like 15,
15. Okay.
but I was not on Twitter.
I was 27 when this was going on. And I
Wow.
was like, in my just, I'll tell you what, I wasn't too far off from some of the shit these girls were doing, but I was not getting paid for it. I was wildin' back then, but anyway, I experienced this in real time, and then when the movie was announced, I was like, I was very suspicious of it because there was also, do you remember this really shitty CBS sitcom that was based off of a Twitter account that was called Shit My Dad Says or something? It was like
No.
really, oh god, it was really, really cringe, like white people humor, just very corny. It would be like, and again, these tweets were probably fake anyway. I don't even know if he was a real person, but it was like some like comedian or someone on Twitter who would just post like boomer humor all day, basically. Like, oh, my dad said the funniest thing, and it's like not funny at all, and it's just like boring and or racist. Just very
Mhm.
like kind of like the dad on like Everybody Loves Raymond, like that,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
or Frasier, like that.
Just as Yeah, I really dislike those, like, the white people sitcoms, like Friends. I can't. Friends, what's the other one?
Any of them.
Yeah,
That's my girl.
everybody
Everybody Loves
is that what it
Raymond.
Everybody Loves
Fucking
Raymond? They're so boring.
yeah. I'm not a big fan either. And Shit My Dad Says was a TV show, and I think it was a best-selling fucking book too. That was based off of a Twitter account, and it was not funny. it gave me pause when I saw that this movie was gonna get made. I was like, "Oh, no. Is it gonna be, like, this cheesy," and I was really worried about the filmmakers behind it because I didn't know who anybody was, so I was like, "Are these white people? Are these, like, older people? Like, are they gonna take all the flavor and fun out of this story and
Mhm.
all of our specific AAVE and, music and style and just strip it away, or is it actually gonna be like a more realistic, authentic look into that time period and into this woman's story?" And luckily we got the latter.
The character of Stephanie, I think you put this in the notes, but I know way too many girls like that, like in high school and middle school.
I did put it in the notes. I know like 50 Stephanies in my hometown who are still there, with like 5
And they
kids
just got
just
kids now. Yeah.
being fucking menaces. Yes, we both know so many Stephanies.
Yeah,
I
me being from Durham,
mm,
for sure.
mhm. I am from a small mountain town. I know a lot of people like this. Um,
I'm so curious about Stephanie's character. I if you would diagnose her with something, what would you diagnose her
ooh,
with?
girl, that is a fire question. That is okay, well, she's definitely got like a severe identity crisis, with
Yeah.
the black scent, the baby hairs, the bitch, what you think this is,
Yeah.
bitch? Like that all that bullshit that she does. I What type of personality is that? It's kind of giving BPD. Um
Mm.
just that like complete break in reality and like complete just not non-acceptance of what you're doing to other people, you know? Um maybe oh man. God, that is a
Yeah,
great
it's
question.
tough. Like, I don't know how someone
Maybe we just
like,
caught
why
her.
is
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Maybe we just caught her in a manic episode because we do only meet her for like 3 days.
Yeah, that is true.
What do you think?
When you look at her behavior, it's so evil. I mean, the guilt tripping, like eagerness to be Zola's friend and gain her trust, only to literally invite her to this trip and literally traffic her.
Yes. She
It's like
set this complete stranger up.
Stephanie's behavior was premeditated and her actions were premeditated. This was all to get Zola to become like come on this trip.
Yeah.
And I also really like how this movie like acknowledges how often black women are targeted cuz like you don't get to see a take from a black director on like the reality of life.
Ever. Almost ever. That is Thank you for saying that. Um, you won your white friend trophy points today.
I know I feel like weird
No.
talking
And,
like
and Lindsay's like,
talking
and
as
black women. I'm like, yes, speak on it.
um,
My friends always
but
got me.
it's just like I don't understand how a person like could become this.
Do you think all right, maybe she's just like a straight up sociopath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think like her behavior is definitely like narcissistic or she just like went through a lot of stuff. I don't know,
She just did
but
not care what happened to Zola
yeah.
at fucking all. At all.
Like all
No,
of her acts were entirely selfish and yeah, she truly did not care about anyone.
no. And it's extra fucked up because Zola is the one who earned her all this money in the first place. She like helped her. And then when Stephanie gets kidnapped and beaten by those guys that were going to rob her, Zola goes and gets the pimp to save her. She could have just left right there.
Yeah.
That's where you think the movie's going the first time you see it. That scene where she like runs away to, you think maybe just leave her ass there. Honestly, I might have. At that point,
Honestly,
you've
yeah.
done too much to me. You put my life in danger for 2 days, took me to another state, I'm held hostage by a pimp, I can't leave. Now you're kidnapped. I'm leaving you there.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, do you
sorry.
remember at that scene, X was like, "You were supposed to be looking out for Stephanie," and then Zola's like, "Well, who's looking out for
Who's
me?"
That is the thesis of the movie right there.
Yeah, if she would have run off and saved herself, like,
What's
she
the
was just looking out for
consequence?
herself.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the consequence? How would that have affected Zola in any way? You're right. Oh my god, yeah. You picked up on something very crucial. I also had something similar written down, just about how unsafe it is and how we're never taken seriously or like listened to um in society as black women. It's always we're in the caretaker role or in the role of like servitude, or we're not allowed to exist. You know what I mean? It's very Stephanie just has a very weird vibe with Zola right off the bat, and it's something that I'm very attuned to,
Mhm.
especially because I've been dealing in mostly white spaces my entire life. There's a specific type of white girl that finds me every once in a while, and I'm like, "Oh, you're one of those. Like you're just here to basically like remic me." Um, You're just trying to steal my essence basically and then take it for yourself, and I've literally had oh my god, you know about this. The girl who became friends with me to fuck my boyfriend.
That's right.
Girl, what?
Was that back in New York?
Yes. Yes. I was like, "Oh, I thought we were friends. Not you fucking me over because you want this loser. Like, you could have him. You don't have to do all this. That's crazy. Diabolical. We were friends for like 2 years before that shit happened. Insanity. Um, it really makes you not trust people is my point. And as soon as Stephanie comes on screen, I'm like, I don't like her. And it's always those types of girls who are hanging around like a
Yeah.
lot of black guys and talking a certain way and dressing a certain way, and it's like
It's always the edges when they do their edges. It's whenever I see a white girl with edges or locks, and like, will not be trusting you a day in my life. There's something
yeah,
wrong with
there's
you.
something wrong with you. It's those damn baby hairs. I
Yes, baby hairs.
you're right. That is a massive that is a massive red flag. If you ever come across a white girl who's got her edges swooped, her baby
Do
hairs
not
laid,
trust her.
do not engage. Do not engage. Oh my god, that's so funny.
So funny. Do not engage. Do not engage. My
I'm
gosh.
dead. Oh my god, that's probably the clip right there. I'm so weak.
That's gonna be a good one.
This is a PSA. Do not engage.
Yeah, this entire movie, it's kind of like you go crazy because at no point Stephanie ever acknowledges how fucked up what she did was, or like any fault in any of her actions.
Never. She never
And she
apologized.
also, yeah, she never apologizes, and she never like acts like anything she did was wrong. Like she is always victimizing herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is very familiar. Yeah, and the last point I wanted to hit on as far as themes go, the importance of social media as a communication tool and as a way of preserving oral history. This whole chapter of this young black woman's life is now a movie, and part of American history. I'm not exaggerating, it's part of black American history, especially because of Twitter, because of social media. Isn't that wild?
Pretty hilarious.
It's incredible. The internet is a great place sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty awesome that all of the Twitter threads are still around so we can read
Yes.
them. Like, it's mind-blowing.
Hang it in the Smithsonian.
Honestly.
This is history, okay? This is
This
important.
this is history.
This is American history. But yeah, I think sometimes movies about social media can go so sideways and just end up being boring or, like I think we discussed it in a previous episode, but how we hate modern movies where you're just watching people text the whole time. Ugh, can't stand them. But the way that this one is shot and the way that phones are incorporated and the Twitter bell is incorporated, it's so vibrant and it's so much more compelling than just sitting there watching someone like, you know.
Yeah, it's almost like the documentary I've always wanted to see.
Yes. Oh my god, that's such a great way to put it.
They give they make it so entertaining, but they stay so true to the story. And I guess when they say like this happened at this year, kind of like this the little Twitter icon.
Yes.
But that's it. And then
Yeah.
they like follow the rest of the story.
Yeah. Did you catch, I mean, I might as well just say it here. Did you notice that every time the Twitter bell sounded, what it was representing?
I did not. I saw it in the interview,
Mhm.
but yeah, I didn't pick up on that. I need to watch it again.
I didn't either. And I've seen this movie twice now, and I got all the way through it the second time, and I was like, I was thinking the Twitter bell was part of the music, a part of the score, just a part of the like audio motif of the movie. It is, but it's also representing every time a character says a piece of dialogue that is straight from Twitter. There's like a ding,
Yeah,
and that's how you know.
it's so clever.
Isn't that so fucking smart? I
Mhm.
just such a great way to tell a story that ultimately could have just been someone like, reading off of their phone. It,
Yeah.
so creative, so creative. What are some standout scenes that you have?
The first time I watched this movie, this scene stood out to me more than any, and rewatching it and then seeing the scene over, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this." But the pee scene, when both of the girls are using the restroom and you've got like a what is that? Like a bird's eye view of their toilets, and Zola walks out and her pee is very much of a hydrated person, and
Mhm.
then Stephanie walks out and her pee is straight yellow.
Yeah.
Just
It's
really, really yellow.
it's super super dark pee.
Yeah.
um and you're like, "Oh, foreshadowing." This girl
Uh,
does not take care of herself and
no.
or is on drugs. Um Yeah, it's such a good way to set up their characters. That's right at the beginning too, right? Like right at the
Yeah.
beginning of the road trip, you're like, "Oh, yeah." You're like, "Oh, there's something wrong with this girl." Yeah, and speaking of foreshadowing of someone's character, and the subtle behaviors, I love it's so cliche, but it really is just such a great opening to this movie when the two girls are standing in the mirror together getting ready, and you see Zola, this like beautiful black woman doing her hair, doing her makeup, doing, the lipstick, and Stephanie is out of the corner of her eye, like, copying her the whole time. Zola's swooping her edges, doing her baby hairs, and then Stephanie starts doing her baby hairs, and Zola has, like, fuller lips, and she's doing her lipstick, and she puts her finger in her mouth to pull away the extra
Mhm.
lipstick, and in unison, you look over, and Stephanie's doing the same shit, It's very, it's a really amazing way to visually foreshadow, the culture vulture aspect of Stephanie. Just how she's always Zola does something and then Stephanie does it, and she's basically, like a cheap copy
Yeah.
of Zola, and she's trying so hard to be what she thinks is, what a black woman is, it's like a performance for her. Just and this is all no words. It's just them in front of a mirror together, but it tells so much about the story without without saying anything. So I just love the opening to this movie.
Yeah, the intro is fantastic, and the first line is like, "You want to hear how me and this bitch fell out?" Oh my gosh.
And you're like,
I've never been more locked in after hearing that.
you're
Like,
like,
yes, I do.
matter of fact, yeah, I do. Tell
Let me
me
get comfy.
You're such a Leo. You're such a Leo with your messy ass. You're like, yeah, tell me everything.
Yes, tell me. Tell me now.
What happened?
Oh, it's so good.
I love it. I love it. And the director brings this up. She's like, these girls, one black, one white, they're besties, they're twinning.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be a little, like, gay.
Me too. Me too. I think it did seem a little romantic. Not romantic. It seemed very sexually charged at first. They were definitely
Yeah.
flirting with each other.
Yeah.
Because Stefani makes that comment about like Zola's breasts, the first sentence out of her mouth pretty much is like, "Oh my god, girl, I love your titties."
Yeah, and I really think that's how she got Zola, especially connecting on dancing together,
Yeah.
which I don't think Stefani was a dancer. I think she was lying about that.
Oh my god, you don't think she was you don't think she was a
I
stripper
don't
at
think she
all?
was. No. Because when they went to the strip club, Stefani didn't dance. It was only Zola.
Oh my god, bitch. You just blew my mind. I
I mean,
didn't
I don't know if it's true, but I personally don't think that Stefani was a dancer. I think it
Oh.
was just part of the bit.
Oh, damn.
Because, I
Oh,
mean,
damn.
like, I'm so curious how Stefani originally, like, laid eyes on Zola, or even if it was Stefani, because she kind of seems like a pawn to the whole thing.
Right. Maybe the pimp had already
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder that too. Because you said premeditated, and it definitely was premeditated to get her down to Florida, but I'm wondering
Yeah.
how far back does that go? Like when did they spot Zola and
Yeah.
set her up to go on this trip? Was it just that day when they met at the restaurant, or was it earlier?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I truly think it was premeditated, and somehow Stefani knew. Because, I mean, there's something about dancing that's, especially like two girls that dance, there's something like so sensual about it.
Mhm.
And connecting on that, I feel like would have really been how, or that's how she got Zola.
Mm. Yeah, it's a honeypot. Yeah, it's a seduction.
Yeah.
Her kind of just really charming this girl, and like we said earlier, like trying to become fast friends with her just to get her to trust her enough to get in a car
Mhm.
and go to Florida together. Um, and yeah, it just turns into a nightmare from there. What's another scene that stuck out to you?
The first time that we heard X's real voice.
I had that one too.
Yeah.
That's 30 minutes into the movie, and all this is Coleman Domingo's character, and all of a sudden he's speaking in a Nigerian accent, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, wait, who the fuck is this?"
Hold on. Who are you?
The first time I saw this movie, that reveal killed me. I think I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard. I was like, I know this motherfucker. He made up his name, his accent, everything. Because at first he just sounds like a regular, like, black American guy,
Yeah.
He sounds like Coleman Domingo. And then his accent changes and you're like, who the fuck?
And I don't understand why he keeps going back to his fake American accent. Like, what's the point?
So funny. I'm sure she probably said it in the original thread. I just can't remember, but that shit killed me. You're right. I love Coleman
So
Domingo.
funny.
And he's such a menace in this movie, but that one particular scene, just that one moment before he gets really scary is super funny.
Yeah. And
and
I feel like that scene, you can feel how Zola felt in that moment. You're like, hold up.
oh.
What is going on?
Yeah, she got the rug pulled from under her, and of course, it's
Yeah.
the second they get to Florida, it's too late, and you're like, "Damn, girl, you should not have gotten in this fucking car. Oh my god,
Yeah,
this
and I
man is
can't
about to kill you."
yeah, Michigan to Florida, that
Yeah.
is a long drive.
Yeah, I think they said it was 20 hours in the car or something, like, god damn. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, but yeah, great scene, I love that one too. And then, of course, Stephanie just sits there all passive and
Yep.
playing innocent, letting this man threaten Zola's life and terrorize her. And is like, it's okay. Just do it. Just do what he
She's like,
says.
"Yeah, just don't make him mad."
What? Oh my god.
Like,
this
what
g-
did you get me into?
this girl pissed me off. Um, and speaking of men that piss us off, what's your next favorite scene?
Oh my gosh. So I can't remember what I can't remember what part in the movie, but I know that Derek and Zola were in a car together, and Derek is just like rambling about nonsense, and Zola goes, "Were you homeschooled?"
And he's like, "Why, you think I'm dumb?" Yeah. You have a chin strap.
Yes.
Derek is such an annoying
Oh my
he's
god.
a very well-written white boy archetype as well. The, like, white guy who dresses in streetwear and a wannabe
Mhm.
thug who probably
Yeah.
has, like, rich suburban parents, just absolute clown. The microaggressions that he throws out at Zola are, oh my god, just make your skin crawl. Every time he talks to Zola, he's like, "Yo, yo, 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 yo."
Yeah, the one scene where he's like, "Yo, yo, 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 yo."
He just
That's
keeps
all he could
the whole scene, he just says,
so
"Yo."
stupid.
And Zola's like, "What? Like, what? Why are you talking to me like that?" I can't this is a sidebar, but I can't stand when people do that shit to me. I can't don't. Just be white. Just be white. Just be
Just
corny.
be white.
Just be who you are. Um, but when people try to that happens. It doesn't happen as much anymore, but I think in the early 2000s especially, a little bit before this movie was taking place, there was this kind of, maybe it has something to do with Eminem and that time period of just what was
Yeah.
popular at the time, but there was definitely an uptick, I'd say, in suburban white kids trying to be rappers and gangsters and thugs and uh, you know trying to prove themselves to black people while making a mockery and caricatures out of us, the SoundCloud rappers, that whole era. And that's exactly what Derek looks like. He looks like a SoundCloud rapper. He's so frustrating to watch and just such a nuisance to these people's lives. And you're like, yeah, I know this guy too. He's hanging out in the Walmart parking lot at Catskill right now.
Literally. Oh my god.
He's
There's a
outside
lot
the
of them. There's a lot of them here.
he's outside the Walmart auto parts section, just getting on some girl's nerves right now. Fucking Derek. He's incredible. Nicholas Braun. I don't know if you've ever seen Succession, but
Yeah.
okay, you did watch Succession. Great. I couldn't remember.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay. He plays a deeply annoying character on Succession too. He's so good at just being irritating
He
and
really is. And he really, really is. And I don't know if there's a movie I've seen him in where he's not irritating.
is one of Nicholas Braun's greatest strengths, I think. His ability to be irritating.
What were some of your favorite scenes?
So I already talked about the intro and just the anytime the culture vulturing got foreshadowed or directly referenced throughout the story. Um the to expand upon that, there's when I think it's when Stephanie is telling she's supposed to be telling like this funny story in the car on they're on their way down to Florida. I think they're about to hit Florida. And she's telling some story about some girl who doesn't like her, and she starts with the damn the racist undertones, and she says something about how this girl is nappy and dirty and ghetto, um, and just all this very, overtly racist language about this girl, and she thinks she's being so funny, and that nappy-headed comment, and then you look up and there's a Confederate flag, and then right after that, when Zola's dancing at the club, and that white guy, before he tips her, he comes up to her and says, "You look just like Whoopi Goldberg."
Oh my god. That scene was crazy.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. This is like a joke amongst Black people where when white people compliment you, they only know like 3 Black people, so we all somehow look like Beyonce or, Michelle Obama.
Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg.
that's a big one. I feel like
Wait.
every joke I've heard about a Black woman somehow ties in Whoopi Goldberg.
We always look like Whoopi Goldberg or Viola Davis or Beyonce or Nicki Minaj. I'm like, you only know like 4 Black people. That's why you think we all. She does not look like no damn Whoopi Goldberg. Are you
Whoopi
fucking
Goldberg.
crazy? It's so. The writing in this movie is so funny. It's just things like that. And again, this is why I can tell it's actually written by Black people, because that is such a specifically Black experience. Like, and it happens at the most random, inappropriate times. I don't know if you've ever been with me when it's happened, but like, especially I had this thing where like older white women would come up to me and just be like, "Oh, you look familiar." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know you. You just think I look like some other Black person that you knew." I've never met you. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. It's so very, very familiar. Uh, I love the humor in this movie, and that one it's just like a very much needed laugh at that moment when she's already like trapped in a club dancing and doesn't know that she can't leave yet. Oh yeah, and then my last one, when Derrek jumps off the balcony.
So stupid.
Oh.
At first, I really thought he died.
I did too. The first time I saw this movie, I was like, "Oh shit, he's dead. He's
And then
dead."
that's how the movie ends with him. I forgot that's how the movie ended. Just
Me too.
him,
I was
bloody face.
crying in the car. The editing is so funny. Like, it adds to the humor where you see him like splat on the ground off this balcony and you're like, "Oh shit, he's dead." You see Abagunde and Zola and Stefani run down the stairs after him and you're like, "Oh shit." And you're like, "Oh, the movie's over." And then it's just this quick edit to Derrek crying in the car with like a towel on his head. Belly laugh. It's so ridiculous because these girls have already been through fucking hell. They watched someone get killed in front of them the night before. And now this idiot is like, "I'm gonna jump off a balcony. I'm gonna kill myself if you don't stop, prostituting." And she's like, and the way that everybody reacts in that scene is so realistic too, because they're all laughing at him. They're like laughing at him. They're like, "No, you're not. Shut up. Like, stop, Derrek. You're because he's irritating." And you're like, "He's not gonna do shit for real." And then he jumps, and you're like, "Oh no."
While we're on the topic of Derrek, he single-handedly made this experience so much more unsafe and dangerous just by being an idiot.
The whole time, Lindsay. The reason they got robbed and kidnapped and Stefani got beat up by those guys is because that idiot was running his mouth the night before to these people he didn't know in the motel and told them, "Oh yeah, my girl's dancing. Okay, now they know you have cash. Yeah, she's gonna be at this place at this time. Okay, now they know you're alone, idiot." Then he keeps going on and on and on and on. Then he calls her, tells them who else she's with, just does everything wrong to like not keep yourself safe and your identity safe, and not be vulnerable to people who maybe have bad intentions. Just a dummy through and through. Half of the bad shit that happens in this movie, you're right, is because of Derrek and Stefani. I'm not letting
Yeah,
Stefani off the
Derrek and
hook.
Stefani. No.
These two, just the worst. It's like a worst couple you know who wants to go on a road trip together.
Oh my
That
gosh.
That's Derrek and Stefani. Terrible couple. Rancid vibes.
Rancid.
While we're on the subject, who is your favorite performance in this movie?
My favorite is Nicholas. I think not so much his character, but I guess he just really got the character down so well to the point where it's like he's such an idiot, but so stupid, or you're not really like holding him accountable.
Yes, because he's so dumb, you're kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, well, it's not his fault. But it is. He escapes accountability a lot, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I don't know. I feel like he always just plays the character where you hate him, but he's just so good at. It's like a stupid hate.
He's less likable in this than in Succession, I think. But he is a very likable idiot, you know? He's just like this bumbling kind of. He's not
Yeah.
ever
I mean,
malicious,
even
but
Zola kind of liked him.
how does she describe him in the Twitter thread?
She was like, he's really not that bad when they were talking together. He's just an idiot. I can't remember
Aw.
exactly what she
Yeah.
said, but
No, that's very fair. Like when you have a character like that, I think Nicholas Braun is probably the first call you make at this point.
yeah. The chin
Um,
strap.
Oh, the chin strap beard is crazy. He
Every
looks like
single time I see someone with a chin strap, I'm just like, why?
oof, it's so bad. It's so bad.
So bad.
And who else was your favorite performance?
I also put Taylor Page, obviously.
Yeah. She is in every scene of this movie and she fucking nails it. She carried this
Yeah.
movie on her back.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about her performance that stood out to you?
I think, like you said earlier, it was really how she was just able to keep her composure so well and just be so unfazed, yet also helping Stefani out. Like, always being a girl's girl.
She is, oh my God, she is such a girl's girl and she's
Yeah.
so compassionate where a lot of times people aren't even deserving of it. And I
Yeah.
think that's just a testament to her character and just I feel like it's kind of an innate thing that I notice in other Black women. It's just I don't even fucking like you, but I'm not about to sit here and let you get kidnapped and, probably, raped and murdered. I'm gonna help you, bitch, but I'm gonna talk shit the whole time. Like that's very, very much my vibe. Especially as a New Yorker, like I'll fucking help, but you're pissing me off. Like you're being so fucking stupid right now. But
Yeah.
all right, let's go get help. Like I guess like I think what really won me over with Taylor's performance is that first time that she realizes that Stephanie's a sex worker and all those guys are coming over to the hotel and the pimp just left them there and she immediately starts trying to like protect Stefani and
Yeah, she never judges Stefani.
no, it's not what she does, it's how she does it, and how she's putting Zola in danger. That I think was what really pissed her off. But she's just compassionate. Even though Stephanie's already fucked her over at this point, she put up that new page to sell her better and to help her earn more money. She didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I honestly, the amount of money that they would have made if Zola hadn't made the new ad for her,
Oh my God.
they
Like
probably would have made
what, $500?
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than
Maybe.
$1,000,
For sure.
and they made $8,000 just because of Zola.
Because of Zola. And then again, Stephanie doesn't even say thank you. I can't stand this bitch. Anyway, speaking of Stephanie, my favorite performance. Fucking Riley Keough. We mentioned it in our last episode, but in case you didn't listen to it, first of all, how dare you? Go listen to Elvis and Priscilla.
How dare you?
First of all, how dare you? Secondly, Riley Keough is the granddaughter of Elvis and Priscilla. So we basically uh made our own like
Yeah, I
sequel.
love that for us.
It wasn't even intentional at first, but we were just in a Presley mood, and
Yeah.
going from Elvis and Priscilla into Zola is so fucking funny because you get to see like how good of an actress she turned out to be, and how there's little things throughout her performance where you can catch like glimpses of like Elvis's face. You know, like she has some of his features and you can
Yeah.
see it like in her chin and her like jawline, her smile, just like that kind of thing she does with her mouth and her lips sometimes. You're like, "Oh shit, she is Elvis's granddaughter." You know, like you see it. Um and it's just such a funny she's way funnier than I think people give her credit for, and such a dynamite performer. Her voice work, the way she transforms herself completely into this character is I've never seen anything like it. She feels so real to me and so
Yeah, I'm just like, how did she nail the voice that good? Like,
I was
how?
I was gonna say that too. Do you think she must have had we should have checked the credits, but I'm sure she must have had a vocal coach because there's no
Yeah, she
way.
definitely had. There's no way, like, her Elvis Presley's granddaughter somehow knows to talk in that. Well, I guess it's like calling a black scent. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, talking in that black scent.
yeah. It's so funny. And that like she changes her like not just the accent, but like the tone of her voice too. It's very like nasally and
Yeah, it's like
just
a. I mean, Detroit is that?
yeah, Detroit. Yeah, she sounds like a cartoon character,
Yeah,
and that's the point. She's a cartoonish, goofy person and just like kind of a joke, you know, of a person. And I just thought Riley really nailed like Stephanie's like malevolence and her selfishness, and also there is something about her that you're still like you're a dumb bitch, but I don't want you to die, you know?
yeah, yeah.
She
It's so weird how she still like is somehow able to capture that in the character.
right, she's got I guess vulnerability is the word I'm looking for. Riley has this vulnerability that she puts into Stephanie where you're like, "All right, bitch, get in the car." Like, I'm come on.
It's like, come on.
I don't want you to die or anything, but Jesus, you're really fucking me over here. Um,
So, do you know any fun facts?
yeah, so when I was researching this, I realized by checking Letterboxd that the editor of this movie, Joy McMillan, is the same person who edited Moonlight, and one of your favorites, M
Yes.
Mufasa, and If Beale Street Could Talk. So she basically edits everything that Barry Jenkins does. She's like his number one collaborator. And I so this makes this our first movie that is edited by a black woman as well. And again, that humor, the sharpness of the edits, the way that I don't know if you noticed this, but there's certain scenes where people are talking and she matches the dialogue with the next person. Like they're saying the same word and it'll cut from Derrek's character to Zola to X, and they're all kind of finishing each other's sentences. Just very, very quick and humorous editing. I just wanted to shout her out. I thought she was fantastic on this. And speaking of how this movie was put together, I thought another standout part was Micah Levi, his music score for this. It sounds it's got a lot of I forget what that instrument is, but it sounds like a music box, you know?
Or like a Jack in the Box?
Yeah, 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 just any kind of music box where you like a wind-up toy.
Mm.
Um, very kind of it sounds like ballet music, and it's very
Oh, okay.
dreamy, very atmospheric. Um, I think it really adds to the surreality of the story and just how unreal a lot of this seems. And going back to that first scene, that my favorite scene, the opening with the mirrors, uh, Janicza said that she was inspired by Clueless a lot as a young girl, so that first scene is kind of a reference to Cher and Dion from Clueless, uh, getting ready together.
I love the first scene. The way Janiska described it is just beautiful. I guess, like, the eerie, like, fuzzy, just magic of them meeting. It was
Yeah. Yeah, it reads as very, kind of yeah, it's like what's it called when you meet someone that you have, like, a crush on for the first time? It's kind of like a it's kind of presented as a love at first sight kind of
yeah,
star-crossed lovers romantic
yeah.
thing.
It's like before you get to know Stephanie, it's like, "Oh, are these 2 about to, like, be together or, like, be best friends ever?"
Mhm.
And then, yeah, as soon as and there was something else that Janiska said, like, the vibe of, I guess, how they were living in Michigan, of this, like, fun, young, kind of whimsical, just eerie life, and then
Mhm.
cut to driving to Florida, and you get it's just the tone shift.
Yes, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. She was comparing, like, the 3 acts of the movie to heaven, earth, and hell.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, so
Right.
the right, right. So the beginning was heaven, and then you immediately shift to going to Florida, and the rest is just no good.
Heavenly, yes, that's how I would
Yeah.
describe the music too.
Mhm.
It's kind of there's no harp, but it's that kind of fantasy version,
It's like,
very
"La, la, la."
exactly, yeah, it just puts you in such a the right vibe, to take
Yeah,
this movie in, and the way that, the director described it was if Clueless is the candy, then Zola is the cavity, and I thought that was fucking genius,
amazing.
right? She's bars. This girl is a writer, and
She
how,
knows it too.
yeah, she's like, "I know what I just dropped a bar," and everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Wow." She's like, "Yeah, I know." So yeah, this Zola is definitely the cavities after the candy for sure, and she said it was like a an exercise in how to portray cultural rot, which is unfortunately what a lot of the internet has become, especially Twitter. But yeah, I just love
Cultural rot.
mhm. And what about you? What tidbits did you find in your research?
So, reading the original Twitter thread, there's a lot, not a lot, but there's a few, like, differences than what was actually in the movie. And I was curious, like, why that was done, but one of the discrepancies is when they went to the apartment for the in call, and then Zola runs out. Derrek actually was gone. He was at a gas station getting soda. He's like, "I'm thirsty, I'm gonna leave," when he, like, needed to be their, I guess, ride?
Oh, he left them there?
Yeah, he
Of course
left
he
them
did.
there. So when Zola runs off to go find X and run downstairs to find Derrek waiting for them in the car, Derrek originally was gone. But I think in the movie, they had him just there. In
I
the movie,
see.
they jumped to when X rolled up
Right,
with his, like,
with his
fiancée.
girlfriend, yeah, her
Yeah,
fiance. What a funny character. She was great.
yeah.
What other differences did you find?
In the movie, they had Zola working, I think it was kinda like just like a diner, but Zola and Stefani met at a Hooters.
Yeah, I bet you they had to change it for the movie because Hooters as a company was probably
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"We don't wanna be in this." A lot of
Yeah, makes
times,
sense.
like, big national brands like that, they're like, "Don't put us in this shit." Like, have you ever noticed a lot of, especially depending on the subject matter, like, if it's something really, really dark, like sexual abuse or murder, racism, things like that. Like sometimes brands will be like, "Hey, take our logo off that car," or
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense, yeah.
cover up the logo on this beer. That's why they use a lot of like fake beer, fake brands in TV and movies, because they're like, we don't want no Coca-Cola in this movie about, serial killers. No, thank you. So it's very tricky sometimes to get brands to sign off on their image being used for this stuff. So I bet either they couldn't afford to license the Hooters brand, or Hooters was like, "Nah, we don't we don't want to be included in this shit. Get us out of here." So yeah, they made it into just like a generic diner. But I love the changes that were made from the original Twitter thread. It made it more visually appealing, I think, and it
Yeah,
just made a little more sense, like story-wise, the flow of it, you know?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Cause I mean, you can read through all the Twitter threads pretty fast.
Yeah, it goes fast, right? It's like
Yeah,
a, I don't know, 5-10 minute read.
yeah, compared to the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, which
Um,
it's a very short movie as well, so
yeah,
it still flows quickly.
um, I think this is now becoming my favorite part, but when we ask what our favorite or what our little moments that affected us are.
Yeah. I think this was a late addition to the format of the show, but it's something that I think you and I are both really good about picking up on, and it usually is something that's supporting our original analysis. So I always like to include just what are some little things about this movie that affected you?
I can't get over how this movie was made from a Twitter thread. Like, it's incredible.
Isn't it? I think this is the first one, if not the only.
I think when I had such a hard time thinking of recommendations because it doesn't feel like there's a movie that's like this.
Yeah. I mean, I came up with a lot, but they're not because I didn't go based off of like the social media aspect of it. It's too
Yeah,
recent to do
yeah.
that. So yeah, everything I recommended is, I'd say, probably older. And like I said, that one crazy night genre is what I went off of. And a lot of like fast-paced crime movies fit very well with this.
Ooh, you know what I just thought of? So when I was younger, me and my grandma, we would waste so much time watching Lifetime movies. Just the awful, awful Lifetime movies, and this is, like, all you can imagine for an actual good movie like that. Like,
So like true
true
crime,
crime-esque,
Lifetime
uh
movie.
yeah, but, like, actually good.
Wow, that is such a good pull. I can totally see that. Yeah, if this was made by a less competent company, like if A24 hadn't gotten their hands on this story,
Yeah,
it would have ended up being, yeah, like a
a
cheesy
Lifetime movie.
Lifetime movie, or
Mhm.
what's that other network? I don't even know if it exists anymore. Oxygen?
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
Oxygen? Where
Oh
Bad
my
Girls Club
god.
used to air?
Yes. Oh my god.
This would be like the fictionalized like Bad Girls Club. That's such a good point. Yeah. I think that's well worth pointing out, the just in different hands how badly this could have gone, or just
Yes.
how much lower quality it would have ended
Mhm.
up being. I'm so glad it was this creative team and these actresses and A24 producing it. Just, even though it didn't do very well financially, I think it was well worth the endeavor, and I think it's something that's definitely grown over time. Um, Most of my Letterboxd friends have seen this movie. I was checking today, so it's definitely become it's got a slower growing audience, but it's found an audience post-pandemic.
Yeah, I've watched it about 3 times now, so
Yeah. Yeah, this is my second time.
this movie
It's
is it's just so creative. I'm so sick of movies just doing remakes nowadays, and something like this, it's just like, ugh,
we
it's
didn't
so
even
good.
point that out. Yeah, it's an original it's obviously
It's
it's an original
yeah,
story.
yeah,
It's
and it's real, like,
it's
this actually happened.
the hold on, I was just trying to see. It looks like it's dropped a little bit. I thought it was a little higher, but it's got a 3.5 on Letterboxd. So everyone who's seen it
Wow.
has I mean, that's out of 5 though. It's not too bad, but I thought it was a little
It
higher. I thought it
deserves way more than
yeah.
that.
I thought it was like a 3.94, but it might have dropped a little bit, but most people, even the ones who are like pretentious and skeptical about like, it's a Twitter movie, they saw it and they're like, "Oh, this is actually good." Um,
Mhm.
but I think an example of a movie made about recent history based off of a lot of like Twitter and live streaming and stuff that doesn't work as well. Did you see Dumb Money with me, or did I see that one alone?
I don't think I saw that. Was that
Okay.
the one with what's his name?
Paul
Yeah,
Dano?
yeah, Paul Dano.
Who? Um,
That one guy. You
there
knew who I was talking about.
it's like
That
either she's talking about
that's
Anthony Ramos or Paul Dano.
Paul Dano, Paul Dano.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Okay, then I saw it
I
by
remember you
myself.
telling me how bad it was, though.
It was really bad. I really did not like it. I it, there was just I don't even want to get into it, but basically Zola could have ended up how that movie ended up, and I'm so glad it didn't, because there's parts of that movie that are just like painful, um, just ridiculous and very boring. It's supposed to be like this exciting story about the GameStop and all that, and the
I
stock
don't
market.
care.
Exactly. It's like, but you can't even make me care. Like, there's a lot of movies I go into where I'm like, well, I don't give a shit about. Like last week, I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about Elvis. Make me.
yeah.
And yeah, Mad Dumb. I almost said Mad Money. That's that TV show. Yuck. Um, Dumb Money just lost me like right away. And you pointed out a few times that this movie felt realistic to you. And Zola said that that's how she wanted people to feel when she was posting it on Twitter. She wanted us to feel like we were there with her when she was tweeting the story out, about her experience with Jessica and like the real life version of this story. Do you think she succeeded?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
me too.
definitely did. I mean, it was kind of surreal watching the movie and then reading the Twitter threads and literally playing it in my head, like how the movie went as I read each line.
That's how you know she's a good ass writer. Just
Yeah,
off the
really good
dome,
writer.
posting on Twitter, and you're like, "Damn, I can see this movie in my head." Yeah. I'm so happy you got to read that for the first time. I didn't know that was your first time reading that.
Yeah, I might have read it like one of the other times I watched Zola and looked up more history, but
Mhm.
so do you have any final thoughts?
I think besides just conveying how much I really champion this movie and Black women directors and writers, I just want more people to see this movie. And this is keeping in line with our kind of mission this season to cover newer movies. Um, and I thought when we were first coming up with ideas for this season, this was like such a it was just top of list
Yeah,
to cover, and I'm glad we did. And this is such a fun rewatch. If anyone's looking for a less than 2 hour just thrill ride of a movie, with like a deeper message without being so heavy-handed, this is the movie.
That's a really good way to put it.
Right? Thank you. I hope this I hope this episode encourages people to watch. That's kind of my main takeaway. And as far as fucking Musha. As far as recommendations for similar work, I had so many.
Yeah, you had so many. I'm glad you did too, because yeah.
Listen, we have a reputation to uphold here. And I could have put even more on. I could have put Pulp Fiction on, and stuff like that. I just didn't want to. But there's a lot to pull from here. As if you're looking for um like hot girls doing crime, I have The Bling Ring by Sofia Coppola. I have Hustlers. Amazing. We watched this in Night School Bar last summer. Incredible.
Oh, Hustlers, that's a good one.
Yeah, right? I have Drive Away Dolls, starring Margaret Qualley. Yeah, I remember you wanting to see this, but I think I saw it when you were out of town, maybe?
Yeah, I can't. Something happened. I can't remember.
I don't think you were around, but it only played at the Alamo for like one weekend. I was like, oh, I guess I'm seeing. I think it
That's
was Valentine's
right.
Day. I think it was Valentine's Day, and you were maybe possibly booed up at the time, and I definitely,
Oh,
I
wait, was
definitely
I?
wasn't.
Oh, wait. Well, I'm not anymore. So.
Me neither.
Hmm. Oh, that's right. Man, I wish I would have seen this movie with you instead.
Ditto. Yeah, I definitely saw this movie by myself. But definitely Drive Away Dolls has a lot in common with this. Um, Showgirls. Showgirls. I forgot to mention Hustlers is also about strippers in New York City. Showgirls is about strippers in Vegas who are kind of just like in this competitive, like freaky audition space, like at each other's throats. And there's a crime aspect as well to that movie. I thought it was relevant here, the darkness of it, while still having a comedic tone. And I just thought it fit very well with Zola. I'm also going to recommend uh another podcast that I was on. On Sleepless Cinematic, we covered Good Time. Um, which is, have you ever seen Good Time starring Robert Pattinson?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So, a One Crazy Night movie where an idiot who is a very close character to Nicholas Braun's character in this movie, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's Robert Pattinson as a idiot who robs a bank and
Chin
basically,
strap and
yeah,
what, like a uh
just greasy bleached hair idiot
uh
who gets his brother, arrested after they rob a bank together, and just chaos trying to
That's
get
a
him out
good
of jail.
movie.
Yeah. I thought that was super relevant to this one. And Martin Scorsese's After Hours. Another One Crazy Night in New York. I didn't mean for these all to be New York movies, but most of these are New York movies. I am who I am. Um, but the After Hours is a mid-'80s Scorsese movie about this guy who gets locked out of his apartment, and he just spends a night out on the town trying to get back to his house, basically. It's just absolute, just everyone is just fucking him over the whole movie, and all he wants to do is just get his keys and go home and go to bed, and he just can't. Um, Great writing, great pacing, and I think it's one of my favorite Scorsese movies, and also I also feel like it's one of his most underrated ones. So I'm definitely pushing for After Hours to be watched. More people need to see that. I own it on Criterion, so I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
Yeah, can we not stream it anywhere?
I think it's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix right now, so you probably have exactly 8 days before it's not on Netflix anymore. If you catch this right when it airs, check out Netflix for After Hours. And the last one I'm gonna recommend, and I never do this really, but every once in a while I like to break our rules. I'm gonna recommend a TV show. And this is extremely relevant, and I think Zola is in this TV show. It aired on Hulu last year, and it's called Black Twitter: A People's History, and it goes into all of the, like I was saying earlier, oral history and Black history that took place on Twitter for the last, like, 10, 15 years, including this movie we're discussing right now. It's a lot of great, cultural critics and writers and comedians and musicians and a lot of very, active people who were on Twitter during those years talking about their stories. So definitely check out Black Twitter on Hulu. And those are my recommendations for Zola.
Well, let me just say I did not come up with any of these recommendations, but they're all very good and I very much back them up.
Thank you. I was being
Um,
generous because I had 15 and you had none. So here, take these.
yeah. So, Go. We saw that together, didn't we?
We did. We did see that together
Yes.
for the
I
25th anniversary.
can barely even remember. I just know we did see it.
Yes, that's the one. One Crazy Night from Three Perspectives.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right up my alley.
yeah.
Also Honora, which we saw this together too.
Yes, we did.
This Honora was my favorite movie of 2024.
Yeah, yeah. We watched this on election night.
That's right. Yeah. Fantastic.
Gr-
Beautiful movie.
Great distraction from that fucking hellscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was super relevant again because
Hmm.
it's a story about a stripper who gets kind of swept away, wined and dined, swept off her feet, romanced, and then, ultimately gets put in a very dangerous situation where no one actually gives a shit about her. Um, there's a lot of similarities between Enora and Zola as characters, as people. Anora, like Hustlers and Showgirls, really shows a lot of the kind of behind the scenes and background and infighting that happens between the dancers. So I love all the, the locker room scenes and the backstage scenes. And anytime the girls are all together, I just I just love that culture. It's very catty, but still also very, very girls. Um,
Oh, you
and
know what's a good recommendation, maybe on a darker note?
hmm,
Black Swan.
I was thinking about Black Swan, but I can't remember it well enough to remember if it fits or
I
not.
remember that movie too well. I think it does fit.
Okay, but isn't the
But
oh no. Okay, I was thinking, I was like, isn't the person she's like beefing with not real? But no, it's what's her face?
Mila
Yeah,
Kunis.
yeah, you're right. Okay, Black Swan. All right, put it in there.
But that movie is that movie frightens me.
I've only seen it one time ever. You already know how I feel about him. I don't fuck with Darren Aronofsky. But I really wanna
Yeah.
see the new one, Caught Stealing, because Austin Butler's in it, and Zoe Kravitz, and a cat.
And a cat.
Yeah. So, I'm probably gonna see Caught Stealing, but Darren Aronofsky has been on my shit list for years. I just
Yeah.
don't like him.
I'll half recommend Black
Okay,
Swan.
there
Because
we
that
go.
movie,
I think that's fair.
I saw that movie way too young, and I think on a cinephile level, you should see it, but it is really disturbing.
Oh, okay. A half recommend. I think that's our first one ever.
A half recommend.
A diet recommend.
Yes.
What
A
else you got?
restricted recommend.
An
Um,
RR.
Also, Spring Breakers. This is a movie I also saw way too young,
Oh,
um,
no.
and made a distasteful stain on James Franco. for me.
Yeah, I agree. This is kind of the beginning of the end of James Franco.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Franco brothers, yeah, Dave is beating the allegations every day. James, I'm sorry, you're not. Um,
Yeah, you I feel like his character in Spring Breakers seems similar to how he actually really is.
no shade, no tea. But probably.
But yeah, Spring Breakers, there's something about it, something really nostalgic.
Yeah, I think it does capture. Doesn't it take place at the same time as Zola, roughly?
Let's see.
Because that would be a great connection to make.
2012.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, couple years
In
before.
that same era.
Uh-huh. Yeah, love that. Also, I think his character has a little bit of Derrek, There's a lot of Derrek in James Franco's character. That's the main reason
Yeah.
yeah, and just the whole going somewhere you're not supposed to be and just being a menace. And
Uh,
what's the last one you have?
my last one is Shiva Baby. I think I saw this with you for the first time, right?
Yes, we also saw this one together.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw this one together too. Wow. Almost all of them.
I did that on purpose.
Aw. Yeah, Shiva Baby, amazing. Somehow like a masterpiece within one room.
Yeah.
That movie's incredible.
I put this on here because I knew that you really liked it, and also it's got that connection of like these two girls who like can't get away from each other and are just
Yeah.
fucking each other's lives up. And it
And
has
a
that same.
dabbling of sex work.
Yes, dabbling of sex work for sure. And oh yeah, it is another sex worker lead character. And also the claustrophobia of it that's
Yeah.
similar to Zola. This whole movie basically takes place in a car or in a club or in a hotel room. I think there's one outdoor scene when they're at the pool together,
Hmm.
Zola and Abagunde.
I think that's right, Abagunde.
I think there's that one scene at the pool, and the rest of this movie is indoors, very claustrophobic. And Shiva Baby also, like you said, takes place basically in a living room, a kitchen, or a bathroom, all in the
Yeah,
same house.
that's a good pull.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
also gonna say The Hangover.
Oh, yes, of course. And The Hangover.
And The Hangover, of course.
Write that down, write that down. And those are our recommendations to pair with Zola. If you were going to do a double feature, Lindsay, out of all of these ones that we just listed, what would you
Oh
say
my
is like
gosh.
the A side and the B side for you? Like which two movies would you pair together? You go and then I'll go.
Shoot, let me think for a second. I would probably say Zola and Honora.
I think that's perfect. I was going to say that or Zola and Hustlers,
Yeah.
because I think Hustlers is like it shows more of the girls actually being on the same side before they fuck each other over. So this is very exciting. Oh my god, I just got butterflies
Oh.
thinking. I just got butterflies thinking about it. But for our next episode, we are Kate is going to be on the episode.
The Kate that we speak so dearly and so fondly of. She's gonna be on the podcast. The
Finally.
moment has finally come.
It's time, bitches. It's time for Greta Gerwig's 2019 Little Women with our sweet, sweet Kate. I'm gonna shoot this one in person with y'all. We'll be reunited.
Yes. Oh
we're
my
gonna
god, I can't wait.
we're gonna do this in your living room probably. With my sweet Catherine. So join us next week with the patron Kate of our podcast for Little Women. And yes, I'll probably be crying. Get off me.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. I think we're all gonna be crying.
Oh!
Something about the way that Kate talks about that movie just makes me want to cry.
Every time. every goddamn time. It's disgusting. I can't wait to see y'all. So we will be in person together for Little Women. If people want to reach out to us, they can reach us at postfilmclaritypod@gmail.com. We can also be found on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at postfilmclaritypod. All of our episodes on YouTube are closed captioned, so you can check us out over there.
If you want some great recommendations and our referenced work from this and every episode, you can follow us on Letterboxd at Post Film Clarity.
Thank you for listening, and bye, honeys.